Hi, and welcome back into day 5. Now, as we approach the halfway mark, not only in part 2, but also in this entire 30-day pack, I just want to revisit this idea of depression being a permanent, lasting thing, and maybe even the use of the word depression itself. Of course, if you're receiving help or treatment of some kind for depression, then inevitably that language will be used. But in your own mind and the way you talk about it to others, it's worth considering whether that's really helping you let go of those feelings and those thoughts. I think the word is quite limiting. It feels like something very solid. We either have it or we don't. It doesn't really reflect the true nature of these patterns of thoughts and feelings that are always changing. Remember, nothing stays the same. As we practice this technique in part 2, you may well experience a sense of lightness in both the body and the mind, which is quite at odds with those ideas of depression. So we get to see very clearly that it's not always the same. The mind is always changing. So just starting to notice kind of during the exercise, but more in everyday life, how you talk about these feelings, these thoughts, whether it's in your own mind or when you're with others. But you can forget about all of that for a moment. Right now, we're going to just get ourselves ready for the exercise today. Make sure, as always, you're sitting comfortably with your eyes open. We'll revisit that idea at the end of today's session. But right now, just starting with some nice big deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. And as you close the eyes with the next out breath, just feeling the body pressing down. Sense of being grounded as you just settle back into the space around you and begin to notice the different sounds. And now just shifting the attention to the body as you begin to scan down from head to toe. And just starting to become more aware of the breath now. The location of that movement and the speed and the rhythm. That rising and falling sensation. So as you follow the breath in that way, just starting to feel that sense of warmth, of light, sunlight just shining down. As you shift your attention to the top of the head and just imagine that it flows down through the head into the body, all the way down the legs to the feet, the toes, and just watching now as the body fills. Remember any tension, any discomfort, physical, mental, emotional, just melting away. And still that sense of flow as it travels down through the body. Now watching as it begins to move upward through the trunk of the body, up towards the shoulders, and remember the arms and the hands again. So just the body, the mind letting go, being replenished by this very spacious, light, warm quality. And still it flows down, now watching as it fills the neck, the head, the face, all the way to the very top of the head. Sense of ease and relief in the mind. And when the entire body has that quality of lightness, space, just enjoying that feeling and letting go of visualization, any focus, just letting the mind do whatever it wants to do now. And now just bringing the attention back to the space around you, to the body, that feeling of the body, the chair or the floor. Just starting to notice the different sounds around you. And when you're ready, just gently opening the eyes again. So just take a moment just to acknowledge the feeling. Again, as always, not looking for any particular feeling, but just noticing how it feels. And as you go through your day today, maybe just reflecting, not thinking too much, not getting caught up in a lot of thought, but just reflecting on that idea of what would it be like to let go of that label, to not identify with being depressed or feeling depressed. Instead, to change the vocabulary, reflecting what you're actually seeing on this journey, this ever-changing, shifting pattern of thoughts, emotions, sensations. And instead witnessing moment to moment, rather than the idea of a continuous thing as such. So hopefully that proves a useful, a helpful idea, just something to think about, to consider today. I look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow, though, for day 6.